gold. And you see here at HSN, we don't have a lot of real gold anymore, and very rarely that we present gold. But not only that, but I want you to visually, absorb that gorgeous color of a genuine Tanzanite in the center. We sold this ring $225. It's $169.95, 5 flex pay, sizes 5 through 11. And okay, sorry, we just lost the size 11.
I'm not surprised.
And what makes this, and I fewed 1,000 of these, but what makes this so unusual to me, not just the fact that it's gold, but there's a lot of gold because this is quite a large wrap in this Byzantine.
Yes. There's so much interest in the band, in that Byzantine style band, and there is a ton of gold. So it's solid 14 karat, but this is also what we call a 4-in-1 band. So for each of the 4 strands of gold, there's one that weaves in between it. And that's why you get so much texture. That's where you get all of that interest and all of that dynamic, is because it's like the gem or the goldsmith has actually woven that beautiful, high, bright 14 karat gold together. And that band is something that is going to last you for a long time.
Well, you know, it's interesting because when I look at the color, it almost looks like an 18 karat.
It does.
Right?
Because of that bright,
buttery,
high polish.
Yes, that buttery warm. And there, when you look at that shot there, and I think that's interesting you call it a 4-in-1.
Yes,
I've never heard the Byzantine referred to it that way.
4-in-1. And I'll tell you, you talked a little bit about the quality, and this ring screams quality. Because first and foremost, when we talk about Byzantine era, we're talking about the Roman Empire. We're talking about Italian jewelry and the jewelry that was popular within that era. So we're talking about high quality gold, beautiful, precious, brightly dark saturated gemstones. We're talking about the Roman Empire creating jewelry that really nods to its history. And that's what you get all wrapped up in this piece with that beautiful band.
Very regal.
Very, very regal.
And I think it's perfect, isn't it, to have the Byzantine, but then to put it with a Tanzanite.
Yes.
Because that sort of elevates the level of regality. Is that a word?
Yes. Oh, I think so.
It is today.
Yeah, I'll check the dictionary later, but yeah, in this hour, it's a word. And I agree. You know, over the centuries, the colors of royalty have been purple and gold. Yes. When we think of pharaohs in ancient Egypt, when we think of, you know, kings and royalty, this is what they wore. And you now have it in this ring. Tanzanite, of course, undoubtedly one of the most rare, prestigious royal gemstones that exist on the market. This is the gemstone everyone's been talking about for the last few decades. This is the gemstone everyone wants to get their hands on. Combined together with this band, this is such a steal.
And magnificent, and the real thing. So if you're someone who in particular has been waiting to be able to shop with us and purchase yellow gold, let me remind you, you're buying this on a clearance price. These are not the quote, all sales final that you see out in the retail market. I mean, you still have the opportunity to enjoy the full 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee that goes right along with it. I think that's so important on our clearance. And the fact that you have the chance today to be able to take advantage of not just the gold, but to also, as we talked about, really one of the most respected stones and one of the newest gemstones also, right? It's still relatively new.
You know, it's relatively new, and sadly, it is being bought up so rapidly, we don't know how much longer the mines are going to supply us. And that's a story that, you know, you've heard before, and we've been talking about it for a while. And it's true because geologists who study the earth, not gemologists, but geologists don't know how long it's going to last us, but they do not anticipate there will ever be another mine of Tanzanite once it's all out. So to get 3/4 carats in this band is really stellar, and that band goes all the way around the finger with that Byzantine style. So it's really like bespoke jewelry. It's like custom-made jewelry that you would expect to pay several hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for at a clearance price.
And the actual Tanzanite itself is like a 7x5 millimeter.
Right, it's a sizable gemstone, and it's further accentuated with that beautiful, do you see the rope work in the gallery just surrounding that oval Tanzanite? It really highlights it and brings it to the forefront, as if to say, look at me.
Yeah, look at me.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you're right. And also, by having the Byzantine, I think it just takes what would be a very basic band,
Right.
and it does. I mean, it just elevates it into just a magnificent look and style, gorgeous color. And then how about the opportunity to be able to pick up the matching earrings or
Yes.
earrings to go right along with it in gold. And this is something else that you do not see a lot of.